Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. You're probably wondering what happened to my thumb. I cut it on a piece of flint when I was in the woods this morning. I just sliced straight across here. But that's not what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. Today's actually kind of a hard video to make. And this video, as you can tell by the title, this is a story of me basically coming out and telling my family that I didn't want to be a girl, and away as such I liked girls and not boys. And I guess I've always known, because I've always been so I've always been like a tomboy, and believe it or not, I actually had my first crush in year 2, and it was on a girl. I'm not going to say the name of that person, because if they're watching this video, but it was really hard for me to be accepted as lesbian or transgender, because as you can see, I clearly look like a boy, and I actually have these things that make me more secure about myself. I guess you could call crop tops, but the real name for them is binders. They push my boobs inwards, so I have a flat chest. But I never used to wear crop tops and stuff. I always used to wear boxers as well. And it was really difficult for me to be accepted because of that. And I guess most people were supportive. Most people, some people were really, really mean about it. And someone at primary school actually made the joke by saying, "Let's be honest," and everyone just laughed except me. And I just felt like punching that person in the face. I wanted to, but I knew that if I did, I'd get in trouble. So I just let it go, and I laughed with them instead of them laughing at me, even though I knew that they were laughing at me. And it was really hard for me to adapt to everyone making fun of me because I'm different. But everyone's different in a certain way. So it could be hair colour, it could be the colour of your eyes, it could be the size or shape of your body. It doesn't matter, you're all different. And I just kept on telling people that, and they left me alone after about 6 to 7 months of telling them. And then the next year they started again, and it was my best friend that said the first thing that year. And I was just so shocked to think that they'd thought about me in this way for so long, and they hadn't told me that they wanted to make fun of me, that they felt like making fun of me. And it was really difficult for me just So I'm basically going to tell you about how I told my dad and my stepmom. So basically, we got back from town, Derby city centre, and I helped them unpack the shopping that we did, and talk to them about some stuff that was happening at school. And I said these exact words: "What do you call it when a girl likes another girl?" And they said, that is what you call a lesbian. And I basically just came right out and said, well, I'm one of those then, because I like girls and not boys. And they just stared at me for like 10 seconds straight, and they just ignored me after that, and they carried on unpacking the shopping. Basically, I guess you could say they were supportive, but at the same time they weren't, because like my dad, he just didn't care whether I wanted to be a boy or whether I wanted to be a girl, whether I like girls, whether I like boys. He just loved me for me. But my stepmom, on the other hand, she was just, I guess she was supportive, but she was a little upset as well, because like I had quite a few girly things that I really didn't want. So like I had dresses, I had skirts, I had cardigans that were meant for girls, I had headbands, I had hair clips, and she was just disappointed, I guess. But she kind of grew to love the idea of like me being different, because I'm the only one out of pretty much most of my brothers and sisters that are like this. And I just never knew what to say to anyone. Because like at school, when I started at Murray Park, I had no idea what people would think, because I went from being Alicia Goodacre to being some sort of dude and becoming AJ. And when I started in year 7, I had long hair, and everyone spoke to me as if I was a girl. But a few months before I started in year 7, I actually shaved the front part of my head, and I had a big forehead. And I didn't know what people would say. Whether they'd say, "What's your fringe doing like that?" And I'm like, "It's not fringe, it's a quiff. Yes, I have a ponytail and I have a quiff. I don't care." And then people started making fun of me in other ways. Because my favourite colour is yellow. I have loads of yellow cushions. I even have a yellow lamp and a yellow water bottle for school. I have yellow teddy bears. I have a yellow Tweety. I have a yellow dog. I have a lot of yellow stuff. I even have a yellow coat, like Georgie. And people started calling me Georgie from It. And they kept on saying, "Hey Georgie," like in Pennywise's voice. I know I can't do Pennywise's voice. Please do not diss me for that, okay? Oh crap, my finger's bleeding. Ow. Anyway, they were making fun of me because, like, sometimes I didn't have enough time to brush my teeth in the morning because I was forced to eat breakfast. And I just didn't have time to brush my teeth. So over the days, my teeth would go a bit yellow. But now I brush my teeth a lot because I'm living in a different place. I live with my granddad now. But my teeth were going a bit yellow, and they kept on saying, "Hey AJ, I didn't know your teeth were so cold. They've got a yellow coat on just like you." And I didn't like that at all. And I actually stormed out of class a few times because of people saying that. So going back onto the lesbian stuff and transgender, all that. Oh God, hold on. Okay. I actually had my hair cut short, kind of like halfway through year 7. And basically, I wore my hood up to school, and I think I've got a hood around here somewhere. Oh yeah, I've got a hood that I cut off something. So I went like this, just pretend this is attached, okay? I went like this to school, and I was in form, and basically Miss told me to take my hood down. So took my hood down, and what was underneath was short hair. And everyone turned around and they stared at me. And Miss just said, "Right, everyone turn around, I'm going to call your name out on the register, you just say, 'Yes, Miss.'" And that was the time that I realised it was never going to be the same. Basically, I didn't know that people would be this rude about it, but I started singing to relieve stress and stuff, as you can see from most videos. And it just... Someone from school said when I was hanging out with them one time that when they heard me sing, they felt sorry for bullying me because I'm different. And knowing that they were actually sorry because they never did that again, that felt really good to know that I had a friend. A friend that supported me. And then I got my first girlfriend. That's when people started making fun of me. Let's just say, let's make up a name for this girl. I'm not going to say their real name because if they're watching this it'll be really embarrassing. Let's just say the name was... Let's just say the name's Katie, okay? they were in the year above me, and she was actually kind of poor, I guess you could say. And people bullied her because she's different as well. That's what kind of brought us together. And my granddad knew her dad. So we went out for about 2 weeks, and we broke up, or we fake broke up. Hold on. Okay. Like, to make people think that we weren't together anymore, to stop people bullying us. But we knew that we were still together, so that was all that mattered. And then we started coming out a bit more. And we told our close friends or our family that we were going out. And then people started making fun of us again. And that's when we actually broke up. For real. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but it needed to be done. Then, near to the end of year 7, I went out with someone that I'd had a crush on for at least 6 months, I guess. I hadn't really spoke to her because I was too nervous. And before I asked if she wanted to go out with me, I made sure that she knew that I was a girl. And she said that she knew. And then she asked me a question. She says, "Well, aren't you gonna ask me a question, AJ?" And I said, "What, the will you go out with me question?" And she said, "Yeah, that question." So I asked her out, and she said, yes. And it felt really good knowing that someone loved me for who I was. They weren't faking anything. And me and this girl went out for about 10 months, and then it all came to an end. Because what I didn't know was that her mum and her dad didn't know that I was a girl. They thought I was a boy. And it really hurt to know that we had to break up because someone didn't know about me and what I really was. So we broke up, and that was the end of it. And we actually haven't spoke that much since then. Hold on a bit. Right, I'm back. So, just talking about someone. I nearly said their name. Basically, I haven't been out with anyone since then. What was that? And oh wait, yes I have. But I'm not going to talk about that today. Okay? I'm going to talk about that another time. Because it's actually kind of serious. So basically, I haven't been out with anyone since, and I actually had a man bun a couple of weeks ago. I could get this in a ponytail with top knot, but then I decided to cut my own hair. God, I wasn't very happy. Why am I going so off topic? Basically, I have liked someone kind of like I actually kind of like someone I like someone right now. I wrote them a love letter and they don't like me like that because they figured out it was me first time, because I gave it to her friend to give to her, because then if I give it to her directly then she'd know it was me straight away, but looks like my plan didn't work because she knew it was me anyway. So basically, hold on. I liked someone while I was going out with Sarah as well. I liked someone in my year, from kind of like end of year 7 to the start of year 8. It's basically kind of like a 3-month period, I guess. And I didn't tell this person that I liked them until probably like I'd say about 4 months into year 8. I told her in history class, believe it or not. And they didn't mind that I liked them, but they just told me that they didn't like me in that way. They only liked me as a friend. So basically what happened after that, it was pretty simple. We stayed friends. We still are friends. And that was it. Nothing else happened. But yeah, I do like someone now. They rejected me, still like them. But I wouldn't say I'm popular at school. Just like more people support me about what gender I want to be. And I express it through singing and music. Just like my keyboard over there. I can't really see it because it's got loads of stuff on top of it. But I'm going to move that because that is not needed on there. Basically, here is my keyboard. And don't mind the guns because they are just, yeah, by the way. I can't reach. Air rifle, pistol, AK-47, and my sword. Anyway, I don't know why I said that.